Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting into this, and oh my god, you guys are so mean to your computers. As far as it goes, saying I named mine effing piece of crap. Someone else was saying, Enchanted Spoon saying I call my computer money whore. Like, oh my god, you guys are so mean to your computers. Your computers are so great to you. They make all of the things that you do possible on the internet. Well, I'll tell you two players that I'm sure respect their computers. Spawning up here in the top right-hand corner of the map, we have on Dust Towers, the red Terran player sitting up 1-0 in this best of 3. Give it up for the Australian iaguz. And his opponent spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the blue Zerg player from Silicon Esports. It's NXZ. Both of these guys are Aussie players duking it out in quite a long day of games. Twitchy Stabby Dead says, Fear Dragon, name your computer Oli so together you're ravioli. That's cute, but then I also feel like Olivia or Oli Moly would feel a little bit weird, also known as Olimo. Because the joke was, she would occasionally, like, she was telling me I should ask her to rename it to the Ravioli League. The Ravioli League. Okay, cool. Yeah, Rifkin was saying it's okay to host that No Regrets channel. I'm also sorry, Rifkin. I do apologize. This is probably the worst way I should have asked. I should have just asked you personally, because if you had said no, it would have been like, oh, Rifkin's so rude. He's so mean. Why won't he host No Regret? Does he hate No Regret? Like, all these weird, awkward things would come up that were totally false. I should have just asked you there. I'm so sorry. I'm feeling a little bit tired, but yeah, Rifkin will probably be on there too. And hey, maybe even Zombie Grub will join in. Who knows? So yeah, you guys can check that out later. But Reaper harassment coming in. iaguz I don't think actually I've seen too much of the iaguz Reaper harassment. I think that most of the games that I saw from iaguz, he was going for the marine openings, trying to stop off those early overlords. But this game, this is the map that we end up seeing like every single Terran player open up with the Hellions. They love those Hellions. They love shutting down that crew spread. They love containing a Zerg player to this area right over here. And NXZ trying to find an opportunity to try and take a third expansion. Reaper is going to be pushed back, and hey, third expansion should be able to be taken pretty easily as Zergling speed's finished up, and the Reaper makes it out of there alive. Making out with the Reaper is always nice, just because it's that added bit of DPS compared to the Hellions. The Reaper attacks faster. It can get in those extra finishing shots that when a Hellion gets so close to killing off a Zergling. And of course, being able to tank a little bit of damage that it's going to recover is always nice. But we'll move in over here. And NXZ gonna be making a lot of Zerglings. This is a very large number of Zerglings with a Baneling nest going down. I don't think that we're gonna be seeing a very, very macro-oriented play style or opening from NXZ. I think that we're gonna, and by the way, for anyone American out there, I am only saying Z because it's in honor of how awesome NXZ is playing right now. I'm an American. It's pronounced Z. Get it right if you're a Canadian or whatever. You pronounce it Z, you weirdo. But NXZ is playing pretty well, so I'm going to honor him with this. Zerglings, oh my god, they make a giant loop around as the Reapers and the Hellions, the Hellions and the Reaper are just out of range and they don't spot that. That's a really big blunder. Oh, well, Widowmine's getting some decent shots off. 6 kills, 5 kills. This is a lot of damage done. NXZ taking some significant damage. Hellions now making their way into the natural expansion. And they spot the Baneling nest, but is it too late? Does he realize it? The Banelings are morphing in. iaguz is now throwing down bunkers. I don't think he realizes exactly what he's up against just yet. A Liberator is around. If that Liberator knew, he would be at the front, getting ready to take out any of these guys. Oh, there he goes, Stim. And the Liberator sets itself up in a position to try and, oh god, so many of these SCVs get softened up. Now there is 3cc, the magic 3cc that every Terran player knows and loves. But is it going to be enough? These Zerglings are already enough to overpower the Marines, and a lot of these workers are going down. iaguz falls down further in the worker supply. More Zerglings are being rallied across the map. He can get ready for a second bust-in if he needs to. I love this one Liberator, though. This one Liberator is going to make it so awkward. A second Liberator, even, yeah, just sieging up right over here, make it as hard as possible for those Banelings to bust on in. There's not exactly a Roach Warren thrown down, so it's not like a, you know, any of the, not, oh, Ravagers. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot the word Ravager. Ravagers could forget, or, sorry, Ravagers would be able to take out the Liberators. Anyways, Banelings now making their way in. They should be able to bust down the wall, and once again, Tech Lab fishes up, only in time to maybe be taken out once again. No. We're not going to be seeing the Banelings use on that. In fact, it seems like NXZ is saying, no, I need to still do more damage. He goes for a bit of a greedier play, going for the SCV Mineral Lion, and he does some damage to the SCVs, but he doesn't kill any of them. And I can't help but think, man, would it have been better to go after the Tech Lab? Well, I guess there was already a second Tech Lab, so it wouldn't have delayed Stim necessarily. It just would have been delayed combat shields. Oh, NXZ. Things are not looking quite as hot as they were before. And he did a lot of damage. He is sitting up in that worker count, and he has 3 bases. He can continue to drone up without a real care in the world about a big bit of aggression for at least another minute or two, until like a drop can load up and head across the map, until iaguz really feels safe. But iaguz is sitting on 3cc, and he's getting up his double engineering base. He's gotten up a lot of his production, even if he did have Stim canceled and kind of got delayed from pushing across the map. It's a little bit silly. Also, McNasty55 saying like, you can't believe that anyone from Base Trade TV hasn't joined in with the Iron Man casting. This is not because of their fault. Rifkin has offered to co-cast with me, and I just said, you know what, I have a little bit of pride right now that I've made it so close to solo casting this whole goddamn day, and a little bit of me does want Rifkin to join in and save my voice a little bit, but a little bit of me just wants to finish it just so I can say that I solo casted 11 hours and then did StarCraft the next day after going on a talk show. That's just a little bit of me is saying that. So no, don't blame Rifkin for this. Blame my own arrogance. My own pathos. Alright, third expansion finally taken over here for iaguz. He's getting up his 1-1 upgrades, and honestly, well, okay, yeah, 1-1 is getting up 1-1 and pretty evenly timed with the 1-1 from NXZ. Hellions trying to delay some of these creep tumors, not quite able to make it work, and oh, they get surrounded. iaguz gonna lose all of those guys because he was busy dealing with these Zerglings on the other side of the map, which a lot of them end up losing their lives. But oh, drop over here in the middle of the map may get surrounded and will get picked up, have an opportunity to move back home for the defense. But there's not a lot of Marines over here for iaguz. He has 3 Liberators. Where are those Liberators? Liberators are being aggressive on the other side of the map. 21 kills on this Liberator. I think I know which one was from the earlier stages of the game with the Baneling Zergling aggression. But man, this worker count is also suffering quite heavily. I think that a lot of the damage has also been done to the worker count recently, as 8 workers have been killed so far now. Liberator getting into a money spot, as these Liberators are flying directly over all those Spore Crawlers. Gonna be able to shut down the gas mining. Oh god, this gas mining is not even going to the right naturally. And as he shuts down all those guys, oh my god, the big Zergling Banling attack comes in. iaguz managed to hold though. With some really, I saw at the very end, he had some really great splits going on. GG gets called. iaguz taking the second game and getting victory in the series, going up 2-0 and moving on to play against King Kong.